Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today's video centers once again around my CD collection. This video was inspired by one of my favorite channels on YouTube, Sea of Tranquility. So if you get a chance, check that channel out. The topic of this video are bands and artists where all I need are the greatest hits. And the concept here is theoretically, for example, if I had limited space and I could only take some CDs with me, what bands or artists could I get away with only having their greatest hits and be satisfied? There are certain bands that you're not going to see on here. For example, to name a few, Metallica, Van Halen, Guns N' Roses, Bon Jovi, Whitesnake, Alice in Chains. And it's because I'm a huge fan of those bands and the greatest hits just won't cut it. And as always, please leave your list in the comment section. So the first greatest hits here is the greatest hits album by Heart. Now there tends to be two types of Heart fans, those that are the fans of the 70s albums and those that are the fans of the 80s albums and after. I think for nostalgia reasons, because I grew up in the 80s, my favorite Heart albums are the 1985 self-titled Heart album and then the 1987 Bad Animals album. And I think this greatest hits album covers those two albums very well. And second, and I'm kind of cheating here, are Journey's Greatest Hits 1 and 2. Now technically I could get away with just the first disc, but I think between the two CDs it's a really good representation of all of their greatest music. Number 3, Buckcherry's Greatest Hits. Great band, but this is all I need. Number 4, Rat 81 to 91 or Rat's Greatest Hits. I've said this before, I think Rat is underrated. Warren DeMartini is one of my favorite guitar players of all time, but their greatest hits really is all I need. Number 5, Cinderella's Greatest Hits. Again, another band that I think is highly underrated. Number 6, The Best of David Lee Roth. Now I do own Skyscraper, but in the end, the greatest hits is all I need. Number 7, The Very Best of Dokken. I would say that I'm a casual fan of Dokken, so this is all I need. And for number 8, once again, I have two CDs, Bryan Adams' So Far So Good and Bryan Adams' Anthology. Either one of these would work for me. The Anthology CD is a 2 CD set, so it's a little bit more comprehensive, but So Far So Good is a phenomenal compilation. Number 9, Don Henley's Greatest Hits. Back in the day, I did buy his album End of the Innocents, but this album really covers everything on that. Number 10, Genesis, The Hits. This Greatest Hits mainly covers their 80s stuff, which is what I'm interested in. Number 11, Toto Past the Present, 1977 to 1990. This is one of my favorite greatest hits albums. Number 12, Survivor's Greatest Hits. A lot of really classic songs on this album. Number 13, Madonna, The Immaculate Collection. Now, I'm mainly a hard rock and metal fan, but I think part of my love for this collection of songs is partly nostalgia, but mostly I think there are just some great songs on here. If I'm not in the mood for hard rock or metal, I might grab something like this. I think a lot of these songs stand the test of time, and 30 or 40 years later, I think you'll hear these playing in a bar the same way you'll hear AC/DC Back in Black. And the last album here, number 14, is the Best of Tears for Fears, the 20th Century Masters, the Millennium Collection. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Tears for Fears, but I do enjoy some of their hits, and again, some of this is probably nostalgia for me. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Leave your list in my comment section, and I'll see you next time. Take care.